Now that's that blues right there, that Delta blues. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, I need to go and find a. I'm sure there's audio from the Lead Belly. I'd like to compare it against Lead Belly's original. I will say that Lead Belly was less polite in the original lyric. He did not use the word colored.
I wondered about that. I was
In
sitting
his,
here wondering about that.
yeah, yeah. So like he's real clear about what he was being called and all that.
Well,
So
of course, that's what they would have said.
yeah,
So, yeah. I mean, and I love this is the power of a lot of this music. I was going to say the blues, but hip hop's the same way, where it's like the simplest stuff, very stripped down, but powerful and like can be raw. And that stuff speaks to me personally. There's nothing like the blues, especially is what I
yeah.
know better
I,
for like just expressing things like straight up.
right. I have to confess that I always, I think I sort of treated the blues a little bit too, I don't know, cartoonishly in a sense when I was younger, where it was just sort of like, it was cute. You know, it was just sort of like it, because I think that when you hear, especially like a song like that one, where you've got that just nice kind of, dun, 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 it just makes it easy to listen to. And I think it's easy to kind of take the blues and just kind of apply them to whatever trivialities, whatever trivial problems you're having. Like, oh yeah, we all have the blues, you know, and forget that like this was devastating. Like this was like, and this was one person's one experience, not their whole life experience that would have mirrored this, not the whole life experiences of you know, a group of people that would have mirrored this. And so like when you think about it like that, it's a lot less cute. Just, you know, it's a blues walk out, you know, it's just like, damn, like it really weighs on you. And that's something I need to kind of re-listen to the blues with a heavier heart, I think. The
Yeah.
blues allows levity to those that are crushed down, I think. And I think for those of us that have levity already, we need to be careful that we remember the pain that it was written out of.
And musically, I think it comes across clearly. Like you say, it's so foundational to all following, like jazz branches off. All rock is in that vein. You know, like almost all pop music comes from the blues. That and it's so simple, but like it's a deep and it's an earthy thing that can only
Right.
have come from pain.
Right.
I wanted to say this because I didn't want to be misconstrued. That blues and hip hop have a raw quality that's very expressive. I love that in this series, we'll be engaging, maybe even in today, with like jazz, which can be much more sophisticated, and R&B and other kinds of music. I don't
Right.
want to suggest that the music that we're exploring here from people of color is raw. It runs the gamut, and we're going to get into
Right.
all of it.
Yeah. Well, then continuing on with a more jazz based number, we're going to be doing Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit. This song is devastating, and the story that goes with it is equally devastating. So this song was very divisive. This is a song about lynching. And when the stories goes, when she would sing it live, half the audience would clap until their hands hurt, and the other half would walk out in disgust at having had to listen to it. There was the guy who was the head of the Bureau of Narcotics or something, Anslinger, I think his name was, something like that, in the 40s, I think. You know, this was a overt racist, white supremacist, believed that drugs and jazz caused black people to overstep their bounds in society. Billie Holiday had a drug problem. She used she had some difficulties from her childhood, so she was using heroin. So this guy basically set up a sting, got some of his guys to sell her heroin, put her in jail for a year and a half. She keeps using after this. goes to the hospital, and looks like she's recovering. This dude handcuffs her to the bed and refuses doctors to administer proper treatment, and she dies a few days later. So basically, this guy more or less murdered Billie Holiday for singing this song, if we want to be blunt and clear about it.
Let's do that. I just heard a story. We'll play the song in a minute. About a cop who stopped Miles Davis outside of a club for like loitering, where Miles was playing right after releasing Kind of Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they beat him. They could have killed him at that moment. I think it's important sometimes. I don't want to overreach. I don't want to over dramatize, but like,
Right.
If you don't allow someone to receive medical treatment, and you say he did this himself, he was there.
I'd have to double check the details of the story.
Yeah.
But basically, I mean, he ordered it if he didn't do it.
It was
himself.
his policy. Yeah, that's murder, man, as far as I'm concerned. Well, damn. All right.
Yep.
Let's listen to this song.
All right.